ARGs are a fascinating art style that have been explored through many different stories from various creators. ARGs take months or even years to create, so making an ARG in 24 hours is impossible, right? Can I make an ARG in a day and will you be able to solve it by the end of this video? Well, there's only one way to find out. So the time started 24 hours left. First thing I decided to do is we had to write down what I wanted to do. I need to plan out what I'm gonna do. So I set up a perfect planning place to do this. All right, so I have the board right here that I just grabbed and it gave me a really good idea. Now, if you see here, last time I used this board was for a very special occasion. So let's get rid of this, but I think I have an idea of what we should do. All right, I already have a few ideas of what we should do, but before we do that, I gotta do it quickly. I only have a very short amount of time I have before I need to go to work, guys. I'm sorry, all right? You might be asking, Nathaniel, why did you plan this video around the day that you work? And I said, well, I work every day because how else am I gonna do this amazing drip? This is gonna be I can't wait to wear this to school. Literally look at the back right now. Idea goes right here. So idea is I want to center it something around another time frame, all right? If you remember in my last ARG, I made one all about a plane crash, and it was supposed to be like a remembrance thing, like people have to remember what happened on this flight. I think another thing that we should do is we gotta include different ciphers, different things than we did last time. 'Cause last time we included like pretty simple ciphers. What I really liked is I liked when we did some of the like Minecraft stuff. I thought that was really cool. So I think another thing what we're gonna add here is before idea is I think we should add a section like ciphers or something. We gotta do Minecraft again. Base 64, obviously. I think we should do a Caesar cipher and do some Morse code. What if this time we do like a little murder mystery? Then if you solve the ARG, you know who did it. So then that's the murder mystery. It's foolproof. It's a foolproof plan. I think obviously we should at least include like 1 or 2 videos, Twitter and stuff. Try to use Reddit. While I'm at work, I'll think of some ideas as well. So I'll be genius, guys. Don't worry, I won't be wearing this to work. Don't worry, I'm not that dumb. Obviously, I won't be wearing this, guys. I'll be wearing this, guys, obviously. We do it like a news broadcast. And I'm already giving you guys a base of how to solve this ARG. If you don't remember from the beginning, you guys can solve this ARG literally right now. This ARG goes live when this video goes live. And just because you saw this video like in months advanced or something, doesn't mean you still can't solve the ARG. Go solve the ARG. If you want to go theorize with other people, go join my Discord server because that will tell you almost everything that you need to know. Other ideas. This line signifies, I think, how I'm gonna go through everything, like how these all connect to here. It's basically 8:30. I better get going. Before we continue on with the challenge, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you could please subscribe, it would help out so much. I spent hours upon hours doing this video due to all the bugs and glitches I had and so many other issues I had just making this video. This video probably took me over 100 hours to edit. Anyway, with that, let's see how I did. Fair enough, going to work. And as you can see from these clips I took at work, I was working hard. I mean, like literally look at me. I'm working so hard, you know? Little does Nathaniel know, as he's lip syncing to Chapel Bro, his perfect time lapse would be ruined. You see this beautiful clock that's in the background? Oh, it's no more. Because of course I decided to run out of space. Yep, I ran out of space. But to be fair, this whole project is probably around 400 gigabytes of storage. So eventually I got home and everything was good up until, yep, I was out of the space. All right, so I didn't know that I was gonna run out of storage. I guess I should have been checking that. That's a whoopsie on my part. As you guys can see, we have 17 hours remaining. There's a big issue that I have. My cousin asked me if I wanted to hang out, and I'm not gonna say no. So I have to cram in basically a lot before about 7:30, and that doesn't include me eating. We gotta grind this out. So this also reminded me, I mean, if my cousin's gonna be there, so I might as well also have him try to be in it at some point. I don't know. Maybe he's the one who's dead. Oh my gosh. You know what, I got an idea. Who killed Owen? Okay. This is the news broadcast. So there's like a news broadcast that will be brought to with the first video. Then it's gonna follow this though. This gives some background. Bad ending is we don't figure out who it is. Good ending is we figure out who it is. We're cooking, guys, we're cooking, all right? So what I was talking about here is that yesterday, basically my cousin Owen messaged me asking if I wanted to hang out. Now, of course, I'm not gonna say no to my cousin Owen. I mean, he's pretty chill and I'm not gonna say no. Little issue is, you know, I'm doing a video today, you know, where I have to make an ARG in 24 hours. So I have less time to do these things. As you can see here, I was working hard and I figured it out, and you know what? I decided I was gonna hang out with Owen. All right, here we go. I think I got a good comprehensive list that I like here. So the next thing I decided to do was try to get multiple audio tracks. So while I'm working, you know, very hard on the ARG, you don't have to listen to me listening to, yeah, whatever I'm listening to. Trust me, you don't want to. I also don't want to get claimed, please, thank you. You know, this would be a great video to, you know, actually do good for the algorithm and maybe get me monetized, because that would be cool. Because as I'm editing this right now, I only have like 1,000 hours of watch time. Come on, guys, get that up. Now let's see what past Nathaniel had planned out. All right, so I think I got most of the story done. I think I got what I want to get done, and I think I might add more as it goes on. It really depends on how much time I have. I plan to hang out with Cousin Owen only until about 12, because then I can come back and start doing some things. I do want to get a lot of this done. So what am I actually going to do is probably work backwards, but only work backwards to a certain point. So first thing I got here is Minecraft. So I'm gonna play some Minecraft, I guess. Well, you heard the man. I started playing Minecraft. Kind of. Because I'm technically still playing Minecraft, playing the game, but you know, I'm like making the ARG stuff. So it's like, technically I am, technically I'm not. As you guys know, playing is really hard, so, and you know, I had to have a little snack at some point. While I'm setting this all up, something weird happens. Yeah?
I want your help.
Alright. And as I'm leaving here, let me tell you guys what happened. Basically, my dad asked me to go help him bring in some boards into his car. Yeah, it was not as dramatic as it seemed. But after that, it was time for me to grind out again. After this, I thought of something. And it was, I didn't know what I fully wanted to do to plan this out. Sure, I got the board and everything. I did all this stuff. But at some point, you know, I need to think of an idea and I need to think of what I need to do. Alright guys, I've hit a dilemma. So here's the board right now. There's only certain things I can do before I can't do. And by the way, this is so out of date now. So let's get rid of this. We can do the first video whenever, because realistically, some people might start at the Twitter page, because the Twitter thing is the first one to come. You cannot schedule tweets to come out like if they're a reply, and I'm supposed to be replying to a certain comment. I can't do this in general. So from the Reddit, I need to link the Minecraft stuff. The issue is I can't do the Minecraft stuff because the Minecraft stuff needs to link the video. I can't do the video until I finish the image here, but I can't do that until I do the video here. No, as I'm sitting here, I thought for a while. I thought for a long while of what I was gonna do, because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wanted to plan it out, because I wanted to make this ARG interesting, and I wanted to make it fun and unique and something different than the last time I did it. So I sat there thinking for a while, and well, I did have one idea to do a little throwback to a previous ARG series I might have done. The news, but I guess I don't need Owen for that. I'm trying to debate if I want to do a voice. I mean, I could do lower pitched me or something. I have an idea. I think right now I'm gonna call someone very special to read off the script for me. Then I can do the third video here. So then while I'm making the third one, I can just do the first one. All right, we're gonna get on the call with him right now. Hello?
Hello?
This seems really familiar. Oh, swishy. Remember when I made an ARG like 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah?
Last time, you got a very boring part. You just had to put text in this. Would you read off a script I send you?
Okay, how do you want me to say it?
My special request is, can I get it in the Big D Cookie voice?
Get in the Big D Cookie voice? Okay.
Yes. Let's go! Guys, everyone in the comments says thanks, Swishy.
Alright, bye.
Alright, let's write up that script for him. Guys, I can't believe it. We just got in contact with my favorite creator, Swishy. Oh, wait, he stopped making videos. He makes stuff on Twitter, though. Go follow him. So then I was off to editing, but the first thing I wanted to do was, well, I was trying to look for footsteps, and while, I hate all these. I'm just gonna record some footsteps. As you heard me say, I didn't like any single footstep thing they use, so you know what? I just made my own footsteps. The fan sound. So then it was off to even more editing. You see all the editing? Yeah, well, think of that, but more. I just love editing this video for like 15 hours straight. Isn't that right, editor Nathaniel? I've been editing for 5 hours straight. Oh, he's having such a fun time. After finishing editing, I just wanted to see what was all done, so that's what I did. All right, that video is all uploaded. All right, before we eat food, let's cross off. The first video, we did news, we did that, we did that, we did that. Well, first I gotta make my pizzas. After seeing all that was done, I decided, you know what? I'm a little hungry. So you know what? I made some pizza. So then it was time to eat, and you know, I was pretty hungry, so I ate that pizza. And, you know, I'm not gonna just sit there in silence and eat my pizza. So I had to watch the most recent episode of Jet Lag. Yeah, you can probably tell how dated this was all recorded by seeing that. You know, this video took a while to make, you know, it's almost like I had to cut down 24 hours of footage. And as I was sitting there enjoying my pizza while watching Jet Lag the game, you know, I did realize something, and that's this ARG series, this is marking a big stepping point for this channel. And I know that sounds something crazy, like, okay, really, you've done like 2 ARG videos. And yeah, that well may be true, but ARGs are still a really cool art form that I don't think most people really make. So the fact that I'm making one is pretty cool. And I'm doing it in 24 hours. I like to see someone else do this. So this was kind of a unique and fun video that I was able to record, and I'm just really appreciatory that I can make kind of videos like this, and I'm really enjoying this. And as I'm recording this, and I'm sure as this video comes out, there's still my ARG series, making an ARG in a week, ages like pretty well, and you know, it gets views, and that's the only reason why this channel is still kind of alive. So I owe a lot to ARGs, and you know, I do really like ARGs. You know, as much as this does feel like a challenge, as much as this is hard sometimes, it's fun. fun to do this, and it's fun to do stuff like this, and I don't regret doing stuff like this. I was finishing up munching on my pizza. It was time to talk about a few things. All right, so we have about 4 minutes until it hits 12 hours. So while I quickly want to say before I have to get going, hang out with my cousin, let's pull up the board real quickly and let's talk about a few things. So we got the first video done. We got the Twitter post, which the Twitter post we can't do because it needs to be scheduled or whatever, and that needs to be out whenever this video comes out. Which, by the way, talking about that quickly, you can see it says the 18th or whatever. I have no idea what day this video is actually gonna come out. Anyway, we didn't do Insta, and then we got the Reddit, which Reddit's almost done. So we still need to do the good and bad ending, which I'm gonna do with Owen. We got the image done. We got that done. Then we just have the who killed him video. When we get back, I think that's the first thing we should do. And then I'm gonna put in like a few more things that I'm not gonna include on this board so you guys don't know, because I don't want you guys to know literally every single thing that I'm doing, because then it defeats the purpose of you guys trying to solve the ARG yourself. Well, I'm gonna be gone for a few hours, and I'm gonna have to do this late into the night, so looking forward to that. While the time's slowly counting down, I want to say a huge thank you for you guys for sticking around. I have no idea how long this video will be. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around, and especially thanks to all the people who watched the first ARG series, and I really appreciate all you guys' amazing support you got on my ARG stuff. And by the way, I just want to quickly talk about that I probably won't be doing a lot more ARG content. Maybe I'll do making an ARG in a month if this video gets let's say 100 likes, but I don't know. That's a maybe. But I do really like doing this ARG videos. 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. All right, we got 12 hours remaining, which means we did all that in 12 hours. Pretty impressive. 12 more hours to go. So I'm gonna quickly hang out with my cousin. You'll see some epic clips of that I recorded. But anyway, I gotta get going now. So I'll see you guys later. All right, I better get going. See you guys. So you know what? I left for Owen's house, and you know what? There's the timer. Oh, look at it go. Oh, wait. What's going on? Guys, it's Owen! Oh, sorry. He came to my house because he didn't have the right Wii plugs, so we're gonna go play Wii for a bit. Yeah. See you guys. Yeah, so Owen came to my house. Mainly that's because he wanted to play on the Wii, and well, his Wii doesn't work. So we went back to my house, and we just played on my Wii. So anyway, that clock ticked down slowly. Me and Owen were playing Mario Kart. ARG in 24 hours. This is like how you make an ARG in 24 hours. You actually play Mario Kart Wii. I mean, just look at how much fun we were having. We suck. So then, me and Owen played on the Wii, and we played for a while as the timer slowly counted down. However, we didn't just play on the Wii. We also recorded videos for the ARG. So, there we go. Alright, Owen, do you want to go home now? Yeah, guys, we gotta go home now. Alright, so, I just got home. I think I'm gonna get back to grinding this out. I'm gonna turn off the lights a little bit, though, because this light's a little too bright for me, I'm not gonna lie. We got all the footage of with Owen and everything. What we ended off with is that we need to make this. Quickly import these files, and then we're doing that. We can start on the second one. Let's get editing this, guys. So then, I came back, and for some reason, I said I was home, even though I was home already, but whatever. I was back, and you know what? It was time for grind time. I sat there, and I did so much. I mean, just look at me go. Look at me go. Oh, wait, stop. He has to sing Big D Koki first.
Back, that's a fact. Watch your chin, watch it stack. Guy in 20 Big Macs while I'm spitting on the track.
Okay, I was pretty productive, guys. I promise, okay? I mean, come on. It's kind of catchy.
Back, that's a fact. Watch your chin, watch it stack.
Hey, guys. I came back to say it's time for me to go look at the board. All right, I'm out of here. I just finished the Minecraft thing. So that means we got this done. We got this done. So I'm just gonna quickly go through this whole list to see what we all got done. So that can finish. I'm gonna have a quick little break snack. I'm gonna make sure everything's good, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and we're gonna wake up in the morning. We're gonna hope everything's good. So then after getting through the board, it was basically time for me to edit the last few videos. So I edited them, and you know what? I recorded the end to the ending of the ARG. A little snippet of what that was. All right, and you made it to the end of the ARG. Thank you so much for solving the ARG. And after I edited that up, and you know what, guys? It was time for me to have my ice cream cake. I was so excited, guys. I got it from Dairy Queen. I actually got it from my parents because, you know, around the same time, it was my mother's birthday, and also it was Father's Day. So, you know, I thought it'd be nice and get my parents, you know, a Dairy Queen cake. In fact, I paid with it with all my Dairy Queen points. Yes, I have that many Dairy Queen points at some point. And yes, I still have over 2,000, which basically equates to $200. I love Dairy Queen, and you can't stop me from loving Dairy Queen. So then, you know what? It was time for me to get my ice cream cake, but I had a few difficulties, as you can see here. Really, Dad? Really? Move these. 2 in the morning. All I'm asking for. Yeah, I had to move tons of stuff to get to it. It was a whole mess because I couldn't freaking cut it because it needed to thaw out, but I was too lazy to let it thaw out. And then, yep, right there, I cut myself and that kind of hurt. So, Didn't mean to do that. It was a whole mess, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? Eventually, I got my cake. You know what? Yeah, maybe I did change clothes and I got a little bit more comfortable. Don't judge me. So then, you know what? It was time to eat my ice cream cake. It tasted amazing. Then after I was done eating the ice cream cake, it was basically bedtime. You didn't notice it was about almost 2:30 in the morning, and you know what? It was time for me to go to bed. But I had a really good idea. Now, I could just do a boring thing where it's like, oh, you know, a cool time lapse of, you know, the time in the background like I've been doing before. So basically last year I was able to find this in my parents' closet, which was a camcorder. And you know what? This camcorder has a night vision mode. Well, I had a good idea what to do.
We got it to work. You cannot tell me this is the sickest thing you've ever seen. I can't believe this works.
And you know what? I set up the night vision camera and you know what? It was actually kind of cool. So I went off to bed. So for the first like 30 minutes here, I fell asleep while my air conditioner was on. That's bad because, you know, my computer might turn off during the middle of the night because we're using too much power. I love our house. And I turned off my air conditioner and it was time for me to go back to bed. You can see there, I was just having such a whale of a time waking up. So then, you know what? That's what I did is I slept. And you know what? This is so embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This sleep, I almost didn't want to show this part because it was like that bad. Why am I sleeping like that? What is that? How am I sleeping like that? Like, unironically, how? How did I find this comfortable? I'm unironically in shock. I genuinely don't know how. I was humming a little bit too hard or something, because what the heck? And some of those sleeping positions were so embarrassing. All right, you know what? Whatever. Maybe I just sleep that weirdly. I don't really know. Hey guys, Editor Nathaniel here. Now, as you saw, I slept kind of weirdly that day, and I wanted to see, well, is that a normal occurrence that I sleep really weird every single day? I had to find out. So, I set up the camera again one night, and well, okay, I'm testing it out again to see if I get better sleep. Alright, it's bedtime. Yeah, no, apparently I do just sleep that weird, because, yeah, I just move around in my sleep a lot. Oh, and look at the time's almost going down. You know what? It's almost time for me to wake up, so, I don't want past Nathaniel to miss that alarm, so, I'm just gonna head out, guys. You guys have fun, alright? So then my alarm went off, and it was time for me to, well, get up. I got up, and the first thing I did was decide to see, you know, what did the camera footage look like? And, well, how did I find this comfortable? Don't worry, past Nathaniel, I had the same reaction. Why did I sleep like that? How could I sleep like that? Ugh. So then instead of, you know, doing productive things, I said one on YouTube. And then after that, you know, I got my stretches in. Oh yeah. Just look at my stretches. Look at me go. So then, it was time for, well, final closing thoughts and the last few things I needed to do. Alright, chat, we got only 30 minutes remaining. So let's quickly go through this entire board and make sure we did everything. As I explained there, I did the last few things I needed to do and, well, came down to the last few minutes of the challenge. Alright, I think we are all good now. So everything is ready. Alright, we got 5 minutes left, chat. 24 hours ago, I just started this challenge. Isn't that crazy? And we did a whole ARG. There we got less than a minute left. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And now that we only have 30 seconds left, it's kind of crazy. I plan to do something like this in the future, and I plan to do more ARG videos. I just don't know how I'm going to do them and when, but this was an interesting concept that I was glad I was able to try. If you guys really like this, remember, if we get 100 likes, I'll do an ARG in a month. So you might want to subscribe right now because, you know, you never know. 100 likes, you know, is it doable? I don't know. 3, 2, 1. 0. Let's go. And the clock hit 0. I did it, guys. I made an ARG in 24 hours. Yeah. Oh. Do you guys hear that? It's almost like it's coming from my phone.